The Airbnb guest who never left. Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel Super Story Time. Hope you enjoy the video. Have you ever handed the keys to your home to someone you've never met? Millions of people do it every year. Most of the time, nothing goes wrong. The guest checks out, the house is cleaned, life moves on. But sometimes, someone doesn't really leave. And after what happened to Michael Carter, you may never look at Airbnb the same way again. Michael Carter was a 34-year-old software engineer in Austin, Texas. After years of saving, he finally bought his first home. A quiet two-story house with a pool, backyard, and a large attic he barely used. Because he traveled often for work, he listed it on Airbnb. At first, everything went perfectly. Good guests, no damage, 5-star reviews. Within a year, the rent from Airbnb practically covered his expenses. Then Daniel booked a 3-night stay. Verified profile, perfect reviews, friendly messages. Nothing seemed unusual. Michael met him, showed him the house, and left for a business trip. 3 days later, Daniel checked out. The cleaners found nothing wrong. Everything looked normal. But that night, something felt off. Michael's dog, Cooper, refused to relax. He stood in the hallway, staring at the attic door, growling. Then came a faint thump from above. Michael dismissed it as old house noise. Still, he checked the attic. Dust, boxes, nothing else. Over the next days, small things started changing. Food disappeared faster than usual. A mug appeared on the counter, even though he was sure he had cleaned everything. He started questioning himself. Then Cooper began barking at the ceiling again. One night, Michael heard footsteps above his bedroom. He grabbed a flashlight and checked the attic again. Nothing. But later, he noticed a plastic water bottle behind a beam. It wasn't dusty. Someone had been there recently. That night, he locked his bedroom door for the first time. At 2:30 a.m., Cooper started whining. Then footsteps directly above him. Slow. Careful. Then silence. Michael grabbed a bat and went upstairs. Nothing. But he never noticed the faint shape of someone lying hidden behind insulation nearby. The next morning, he installed security cameras. For 2 nights, nothing happened. Then, on the 3rd night, motion detected. He opened the live feed. The attic door slowly lowered. A man climbed down. Barefoot, gray hoodie. Daniel. He moved calmly, like he belonged there. He cooked breakfast, cleaned up, made coffee. Then he sat at Michael's laptop. Michael felt sick watching it. Daniel then walked to the bedroom door and smiled. Just stood there, staring. Thrum. Michael ran outside and called 911. Police arrived quickly. They searched the house. At first, nothing. Then in the attic they found it. A hidden crawl space. Blankets, food, water, chargers, clothes. Someone had been living there. But Daniel was gone. He escaped through a roof vent. Security footage showed the truth. He hadn't just stayed hidden. He had been coming down almost every night, walking around the house, cooking, watching TV, studying Michael's life, even standing outside his bedroom while he slept. Police later identified him under a fake identity. He had done this before in multiple states. Same pattern every time. Rent a house, learn routines, hide in the attic, stay after checkout. Weeks later, another host reported him. Police arrived early and searched the attic first. They found him again. He didn't resist. When asked why he did it, he said, "I liked pretending I lived there." Michael sold the house. Physically, nothing was wrong with it anymore. But he couldn't stay, because the feeling never left, that someone had been there, watching him, waiting. And sometimes, before falling asleep, he still wondered, how long had it been happening before he noticed? And if the dog hadn't growled, would he ever have known at all? So next time you open a rental, remember this story, because sometimes the guest checks out, but never really leaves.